What's up, guys? Samsung's been big at the Mobile World Congress in 2012, and we're going to be doing a quick roundup of all their launches today. First up, before the Mobile World Congress started, Samsung introduced the Samsung Galaxy Ace 2 and the Mini 2. The Ace 2 is a revision of their already existing popular Ace, the Galaxy Ace. Now, the Ace 2 has a 800 MHz processor, GPS along with GLONASS, a 1500 mAh battery, 4 GB of internal storage. Of course, you have expandability. The screen this time is a 3.8-inch WVGA screen. The Mini 2, on the other hand, has now an HSDPA 7.2 Mbps connectivity, an 800 MHz CPU, a 1300 mAh battery pack, and a 3.27-inch HVGA screen. Both these devices will be running Gingerbread 2.3, and they should be upgraded to ICS. We are not too sure. They'll be launching in India early summer. Next up, we're going to talk about the Galaxy Tab 2 10.1 inch. This is the same 1 GHz dual core processor, and you still cannot make phone calls with it. You do, however, get a SIM card slot for 3G connectivity. You have a 10.1 inch 1280 by 800 pixel TFT WXGA display. It will come with Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich out of the box. You have a 3 megapixel camera, a VGA camera for video calling on the front. Nothing special with this device except the fact that the speaker grill is now located on the front. There are some aesthetic changes to the overall look of the device, and of course you have newer OS, and you will also get Android 4.0. Apart from that, you get a GPS and GLONASS connectivity. Everything else is usually the same. You have Wi-Fi Direct, BGNN. You also have a Bluetooth 3.0, accelerometer, digital compass. All those things are standard. You get a micro SD card expansion slot this time, so that's definitely a plus point for the device. It still weighs in at 588 grams, making it one of the lightest or the lighter tablets available in the market today. The Tab 2 does have a 7000 mAh battery, which should be good enough for you for a day's use if you're an advanced user, or much more if you're a light user. Next up in the spotlight is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch. This has the same 1 GHz dual-core processor as the 10.1 inch. You also have the same HSPA 21 Mbps connectivity. You do, however, have a WSVGA display, which is a 1024x600 pixel display. Android 4.0 will come out of the box. You have a 3 megapixel rear camera along with a front VGA camera for video calling. TouchWiz will be pre-installed as a Samsung standard. Of course, you have all the same set of specs. You have AGPS and GLONASS. You have Bluetooth 3.0, Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi Direct. You do get accelerometer, digital compass, and all those things as well. You do get 3 capacity versions in this: 8GB, 16GB, and 32GB, and you have 1GB of RAM on this device. Again, you do have a micro SD card expansion slot, along with the ability to make phone calls using the inbuilt SIM card slot. The battery on this, however, is a 4000 mAh battery, which is much smaller than the 10.1 inch sibling. Both these tablets are said to be available the end of March. Next up, and get ready for this, is the highlight for Samsung at MWC 2012. This is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 inch, a bigger version of the overly successful Samsung Galaxy Note smartphone. Now, this tablet is a 10.1 inch tablet that runs on a 1.4 GHz dual-core CPU, and it has 1 GB of RAM. You do not get phone features as with all Samsung 10-inch tablets, but you do get a HSPA Plus, and you get Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 3.0. You do have a 3 megapixel rear camera along with a 2 megapixel front camera. The device does have a higher resolution display, a 1280 into 800 pixel WXGA display, but that's not what makes it special. What makes it really special is the included S Pen functionality. You get the same features as you did on the Galaxy Note, along with a bunch of added specs for the tablet functions itself. You do get a lot more applications, and of course you get Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich out of the box, along with TouchWiz designed for ice cream sandwich. Two major applications, Adobe's new Photoshop Touch along with Ideas, will come pre-installed and operate fully with the S Pen, which is included with the Galaxy Note 10.1 inch. You do get 3 versions of the tablet: 16GB, 32GB and 64GB. and all of them carry a 32GB micro SD card slot. Next up is a projector phone from Samsung called the Samsung Galaxy Beam. Now this was announced sometime back in September, but never really saw the light of day. Samsung has now revamped the hardware in this and relaunched it this time around for a global version. The Beam 2 will come with Android 2.3 and a 1 GHz dual-core CPU. It is equipped with an integrated projector of 15 lumen brightness that should be good enough for your projections. The Beam also has a 4-inch WXGA screen with 8GB of onboard storage and 768MB of RAM. The device also has a relatively low 2000 mAh battery pack, which should be sufficient enough for 2 to 3 hours of projection, is what Samsung is calling it. The Beam can splash an image of up to 50 inches in a low light environment. That should be good enough for your entertainment needs. Of course, you get a 5 megapixel rear camera and a 1.3 megapixel camera in the front. Samsung has customized the Android operating system with their TouchWiz user interface. Last and possibly the least device from Samsung's arsenal at Mobile World Congress this year has to be the Samsung Galaxy Player, the S Player 4.2 inch. Now the 5-inch version never made it to India, but Samsung promises that this version is definitely coming to India. This runs on Gingerbread 2.3 along with Samsung's TouchWiz user interface. It also has a 2 megapixel rear camera along with a VGA front camera, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, BGNN, and a 1500 mAh battery pack. This will come in two capacities of 8GB and 16GB along with a 32GB micro SD expansion slot. The S Player 4.2 inch will come with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit pre-installed as a freebie with the device. It has a nice 480 by 800 pixel LCD TFT display, which is a capacitive screen, expected in the price range of about $250 or lower when it launches in India. Launch is expected around summer or the beginning of summer in 2012. The device looks like a promising retaliation from Samsung for the iPod Touch and should do well once it's launched in India, especially because it runs Android and will be upgraded to Android 4.0. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more MWC roundups. If you have any questions or queries, you can leave them in the comment section below. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/iGAN, youtube.com/iGANTV. Visit iGAN.in for more information, news, unboxing, reviews, videos, tutorials. You know the stuff. Visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Google+. I'll see you guys in the next video.